General Radon. A pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Ah, come on. God, he does so much damage. That's crazy. It's crazy how much damage this guy does now. Taylu's just getting absolutely destroyed. I'm not sure there's anyone that's going to be any better, is the problem. I could do Mimic. But I don't know that Mimic's going to do any better. Man. I think we're going to have to do some fussing. Man. Hey, Sykes. This fight is crazy. Seriously crazy. Man, I lose so much poise. I'm trying to think if there's any way to make this build viable for this. Get me there. Man. What I'm trying to figure out is... Let me see. Alright, first... Alright. Physic. That one shot's not going to get me through, you know? And so the question is there a more value... It should have saved. I thought that's the way that works, is that it remembers the save games as long as you're online with the same account. That's weird. I don't think the free mana is going to do much for me. Maybe. Let me see if this is even viable. The problem is, I'm not sure about Meteorite of Estelle. Well, it's a fun game to play anyway. Right, now you can start from scratch and not make the same mistakes. I found this my second playthrough. The first 50 to 100 levels were much faster because I knew right where to go, what to do. If you look up the ice axe, it's a hatchet of something or other, or something hatchet. You can pick it up at the beginning of the game, and that's actually a fun one to build from. What? Hold on, where are my stats right now? Yeah, I'm all int. The question is there an int build that's going to make more sense? There is a little bit. If... Oh, I like the range on that. Hold on. Question is, I mean, how close to heavy am I? Yeah, all the stabs are going to put me to heavy. Oh wait, there's one that wasn't heavy. Yeah, I already have that. Let's see. You know, I think, yeah, Dex and Sorcery are a better fitting, but if you're looking at going pure melee, you want to have enough faith to cast at least the basic healing spells. Just something to consider. Hey, George. Hello. I think if you're Dex and Int, if you want to do caster, yeah, Consort Radon. But this Consort Radon is a freaking beast. This NG+7 is nuts.
General Radon.
Not.
Pleasure to see you.
Why? Why?
But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his.
Of course. it, this Radon at NG+7, I mean, he's literally, even Telu, who has such a huge damage reduction, he is just absolutely annihilating him. It's crazy how hard this guy's hitting. Maybe, George. I may, my next NG I may just do as a playthrough for people to jump in. Hey, Levy. It's the challenge that makes it worth it, you know? I've beaten this guy plenty before. It's just NG+7. But I've already, the build that I walked in with, it just immediately is useless. Because as soon as I start casting, he just immediately turns and breaks my spell, so... Yeah, I'm on it easy. Then there's that too. Come on, big guy.
General Radon, a pleasure to see you. After all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Why? Why? Nope. Why you keep casting that spell? It's not what I'm telling you to do. That one was going a bit better, so I think this setup may get me there. Spells are a little slow, but that's because I don't have the spell speed up. And I know the cooperators make it way harder, but I don't see... Well, I may try without the cooperators 1 or 2 times.
A pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
No. So the one thing that bugs me is sometimes it seems like the spirits just, and the helpers just kind of follow me around instead of actually fighting him, which is a weird... It pisses me off when I lose, like, a rune arc that early, you know? But what are you gonna do? Be nice if you could, like, call him in during phase 2. Just rolling it out.
A pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
What? God, he does so much damage. It's crazy. The problem is that I don't want to use my my flask. Until much later, you know? Oh, you know what I could do? Like this for now.
But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
That was a mistake. Why are you running to me? Go fight that guy. Good lord.
Voyage guided by compassion.
What? I'm not getting... God, he has so many hit points. Alright, I'm going to try this without the helpers. Because that's insane. I mean, I'm literally... His bar's moving just tiny little chunks. And in phase 2, what am I supposed to do? Oh, alright. If I can do this without the helpers, I'm going to do this first. Alright, cheap trick. Oh, hold on. I want to do one more thing. Hold on. This is gonna be... Grant me strength. This is going to be... Moon. This is going to be... Magma. This is going to be... Ionia. And this is going to be... Man, what makes sense? Just keep an comment in there somewhere. Oh, alright, so here, 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 done. Crap. That was coming. Not my preferred use of those potions, but... Notice the mimic just did nothing to keep his attention, which I thought was interesting. Alright, I'm not going to use the... I am not... Oh yeah, he is. He is so much more powerful. Oh, hold on. He is so much more powerful in this than the last new game. It's really crazy. And I screwed up the last start. So, kind of set myself up for failure there. of there, get out of there, get out of there! Wait, where's my healing spell? Oh shit, I screwed up. I screwed up big time. My healing spell's not there. That's why I had an extra spell. I couldn't figure out why. So I forgot to put healing back on. That definitely worked better. He gets stronger, but it seemed like from 6 to 7, he got way stronger. Like a stupid amount stronger, which is crazy. Alright. Alright. I need heal from afar. Moon. Which I'm not even getting anywhere with it. Boiling magma. There we go. Oh. What? Yeah, no, I screwed that up. Yeah, that was all me. What? Bullshit. Uh-oh. No. Yeah, it's going much better when I don't have the helpers. The helpers just skyrocket him off the edge. I just have to not play dumb. Damn it. Ow. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I promise you, 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Yeah, and what gets me is that I had access to the... Maybe it's in the wrong... Do I need to put it someplace else? So I have access to the fix for that. And I'm wondering now if maybe it's not in a place that's usable. Or will my Mimic even use it, right? So I'll stick it there. Well, that's because I'm spending the whole time running away. Well, so this sword is specifically to heal back. Here's the thing. I'm not actually getting any of my spells in, right? I have spells. The problem is that I'm not able to get them. If I had gotten... Let me see. I'm going to try and be a little bit smarter. I want to get... Alright, I need to mentally readjust. Let me clear the head. Too much going on. I have an Anspur Rapier, but I'm not very good with it. I like the heal back that this one gives. Hello. Horseshit. Horseshit. That was the same roll I've done 100 times that worked. Just that time it decided. I call shenanigans. I hate that pile of crap. I wish people wouldn't do that. Oh, why me? Why me? Why me right then? Survive that. Yeah, this is the part where we throw ourselves at the bad guy. Forever. Oh, no. Uh-oh. I don't know if that got in range, but we'll pretend. What? No. Gotta love the healing, though. Nope.
I promise you.
Rats.
1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Again?
Let your thoughts be only of love.
I tried rolling it out, but no luck. It's weird, like one session he picks me up multiple times, the other one he picks up the mimic multiple times. But this is definitely way easier with just the mimic. He has 3 phases, actually. Although, technically, 2 phases, and second phase is broken into 2 parts because he has a thing that he does. I don't know if he'll do it twice or not. Oh no. Aw, come on. Uh-oh. Ah, crap. Ah, it's gonna hurt. Oh, shit. I'm dead. Yeah, so you saw that action where he disappeared and like the whole area just completely explodes right there when he was at about 30%. That's kind of what breaks phase 2 into two parts. I wouldn't necessarily say after that's phase 3. He just gets, you could call it either way. I mean, I'm playing through this next game 7, which is just ridiculously hard. I'm gonna do it without. I'll do it with Renark. That part right there is like the unfair part. Let me think. I don't see that I have much to change without going to a whole new build. All right. Asshole. Come on. Better get some health back quick. Tyr has, like, the stuff necessary to heal. I'm not sure why he's not. Right, I've given him, he's got, well, anyway. He just got utterly destroyed in that first part. I am not going to use a rune arc. Let's see how this goes. Horseshit. Big. Got greedy. think I got it. A lifestyle muad. Lifestyle muad. Cool. How you doing, man? See if I can't get at least Golden Vow on my buddy. My Mimic Helper. No. What the hell? Yeah. Like, the timing was different. Cameras that we're using. You mean for streaming? Like, how the whole thing is set up that way? It's just a basic AverMedia webcam. And then I have a machine that's dedicated to just the streaming side. So that's what's got Streamlabs running on it. It's got, I have a, to share the actual game screen and, as it turns out, my microphone, I've got a Elgato 4KX, is that what it's called? 4KX capture device, and then that plugs into the other machine via USB-C. The Elgato captures the full sound and everything that would go to the monitor that I'm playing on. So you're actually seeing the monitor on my gaming machine. And I use Voicemeeter. Banana is the version of Voicemeeter, but I'm using the type, but I'm using Voicemeeter to condense everything into the monitor that I want you guys to hear, and then the Elgato capture device is actually getting all of that audio and video together. That way that's all in sync. That goes to the other PC, which then puts it onto Streamlabs and actually streams the thing out. So if you see me looking over here, it's because I'm looking at a different screen over here. Oh, you can't see it. And I use NVIDIA Broadcast to control what's on there. So, oh, whoops. So, second machine, gaming machine. There's the actual PC, gaming PCs down there. And the Elgato's down there on the floor. Not that you could see it. And then Broadcast is actually what does the virtual background. So Broadcast is what's running on my the streaming machine. I hope that answers your question. Oh, you're welcome. Happy to explain. Oh, and a light. I have a little teeny light, which I will mostly block out, but I've got a little teeny light that sits. It's a little bit irritating, but I get used to it. Let's hold on. Do this. Do this. Do this. I call shenanigans on this guy, on me failing to dodge properly. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, this is gonna hurt. What? Oh my god. Finally got rot burning on him. Just need the right timing. Need to not get greedy, make mistakes. But I got the rot on him in phase 2, which is what I was... One of the things I want to be able to do is to get that on him. Golden Vow. I'll be able to get Golden Vow on my helper. Oh, horse hockey. Oh, what? I like how he spins. It's weird. It bugs me that that one aspect of this works. It does not. It is secondary to the set. Golden Vow, I want the defense on myself and my buddy more than I want the other. If I have the opportunity to get it on there, like if I have a spare moment, I'll take it. The Flame Grant Me Strength absolutely does not have much time on it. But it works really well with Blasphemous Blade. What I really want is to get Golden Vow on my helper. So the problem with using an Ash of War on the shield is that it'll take a much more complicated series of moves to do this. There's a spell that does it too. The problem is that if you have an Ash of War on a shield, you will not get... you won't... God bless. If you have an Ash of War on a shield, you won't be able to use your skill, without switching off your shield. Why? Why did you switch to me just for, like, no reason? Right. The problem is, so I get it, right? It's a trade-off. If you're using purely a shield and not using the skill on your weapon. So, all right. Here I'm blocking with my shield. I can do light attack, and if I go to do a heavy attack instead, I do this, right? So now when I go to do a heavy attack, I can have a heavy attack, but first I'll be able to use this skill, right? Alright, if I switch to a shield that has an Ash of War on it, so this now has an Ash of War. Oh, sorry, that one doesn't have an Ash of War, hold on. Let's say, for example, here, I'll use that shield just for the purpose of... So let's say that I put... It doesn't really matter which Ash of War. Here we go. Brass shield. This guy's doing... What's going to give my best holy guard counter? There we go. Alright. So now, I've got my shield... And now I've got the buff on it, right? For example. Okay, now, if I go to do that attack, I can't. Right? So, instead, I'm getting my heavy attack, not my skill. I totally get it. The problem is, I'm not getting the skill attack. To get that, I have to switch, and then switch back to my shield. Spill. I don't know what you're talking about. That spell. You're talking about the... Okay, so, sorry. You're talking, I assume, about... Oops. See, I got rid of that, which I'm tempted to do right now. You mean a spell like this one? Or... Where is it? These. This one, Scholar Shield? You're saying like this guy? It will. How long does it last? Alright, so I have to have time... Yep, I'm not disagreeing with you. So, that means I need time to put that... Well, first off, it's the holy attack that's killing me. That's actually the one that causes me when he comes in Phase 2. The difficulties, the troubles I'm having are Phase 2 troubles. I mean, I mess up in Phase 1 too. So, I assume that this has a timer on it, and it will have a... does it disappear once it's done its protection, or does it last, whatever, 2 minutes? It protects holy damage? I thought... Immutable was better for that. I can try. The trick is rotating it in. Oh, yeah, there's an interesting problem with that, I think. So if I do this, hold on, let me try something. Yep. So if I put the shield away, I lose it. So that's the first thing to kind of keep in mind. But right, I keep it in that case. I'm not seeing it, man. Okay, so you might be underestimating a few advantages that there are using Rykard's sword. Perhaps not. Advantage number 1, free healing. I still do damage, I get free healing from it, and it's got good long range. So that's the first thing. Second, when I give it to my mimic gets free healing from it, and every time that he uses the attack, he's getting free healing. Or he's getting healing, anyway. That's actually not a trivial thing. So I have done other builds against this guy. This is for this character playthroughs. This is my 7th, 8th playthrough on this guy, and I've done all kinds of options in terms of what I've done. Rykard's sword has been. Yes, I know I can use a spell to heal my mimic, and it will take an entire mana bar to heal him half of his. I promise you, I've done this before. See? Full health. Because of the dynamics the way the game works, he's going to get more healing using that sword on his own than he's going to get from me healing him. I am using Spirit Ashes. It's the Mimic right behind him. When did I run out? Wait, I didn't realize I ran out of mana. Whoops. Ah! Okay. All right. I have level 10 Latenna. I'll do even better. Redmane Knight Oga. We'll go that route. Ah. It's weird. So I just want to be clear. You know I've beaten this guy before a bunch of times, right? The reason that this fight is difficult is because it's a more advanced new game. Just to be clear. Okay, big guy with a bow. And there we are, full health. Ah, it's gonna cost me. Give myself range. We will get rid of that and instead switch to even higher defense. Do I have any reason? Do I have any spells that are even worth using now? Okay, there's no reason for me to have this. And Ruin, and Ruin's not a very good spell. All right. Oh. Hold on. Do my little cheater buffs here. All right. Piercing weapon. I have almost every weapon. I'm using an archer. So, Spirit's dead. That's what happens to spirits on NG+7. So I'm using a piercing weapon. It has a health feedback. Okay, with that weapon, you must use the skill in order to get the feedback. All right. So we're talking. You want me to use? Which one would you prefer? I've got Ansper Rapier. I've got Queelan's Flame Greatsword. That's not the Greatsword. Where's the... yeah, these are thrusting. Would you prefer... I disagree, but I'll use it. Alright, I'm assuming that you want a different Ash of War on it. Not that one? Or would you prefer that one? Which Ash of War would you like on Ansper? Well, Ansper already has Scarlet Rot. That's what Ansper does, is Scarlet Rot. It doesn't matter what ash you put on it. Is there a reason that I would specifically not want an Ash of War on it? I mean, I'll not put an Ash of War on it. It doesn't change how much rot it builds up. Okay. So... then use a... What do you want me to use then? What? Why wouldn't I put an Ash of War on it? Okay, I'm reading all of your words, I promise. I'm asking why wouldn't I put an Ash of War on it? That's not a reason not to put one on it. That's a reason that you would claim that it does nothing. I disagree. That warns me that you may not actually know how Ashes of War work and what the advantages are of using one. For example, my build is more dex than strength. So if I pick any old Ash of War, let's say... Where's the jumpy one? Do I not have that one yet? Oh, I don't have that one. I thought I did. Well, doesn't really matter. Let's say I did poison, right? What I can look for is something that will do more damage because I'm putting an Ash of War on it, because it fits my stats better. Try what? I don't... You haven't... Okay, I get that. You're not... I understand the words that you're using. An Ash of War... Okay, so let's say, for example, that all I did was put on... do I have Determination? No, I can't put Determination on that. Let's say that all I did was put on Repeating Thrust. So if I used a skill, it would do the whole... Oh, wait, I have Determination. Let's say I put Determination on. Let's just argue that, right? So right now, with absolutely nothing on my... no Ash of War on the weapon at all, right? If I do nothing, it's 240 plus 236. That's the damage that it does. So let's say that I pop on Determination, and I go Standard Determination, 240, 236. I gain nothing, I lose nothing, right? It does me no good to have that. But if I switch to Heavy, it drops because my strength is low. And so I get 220 to 189. Since I'm not guarding with it, guard boost doesn't matter. Let's say I go Keen. Well, now it's 220, 263, right? So I'm losing 20 here, but I'm gaining 27 here. So I'm actually doing more damage by putting an Ash of War and setting it to Keen. Even if I do nothing else, I have the same Scarlet Rot buildup. I have the same everything. It will do more damage if I put it in as Keen. If I do Quality, 306 plus 192, is that more or less than this? I'm not going to do the math in my head. I think it's less, but either way, 498 versus 470. So yeah, Quality would do more damage just because I put the Ash of War on it and set it to Quality. That's what concerns me is, and again, Rot hasn't changed. So when people keep telling me, when people keep saying the Scarlet Rot in the weapon is enough, I haven't changed how much Scarlet Rot it's going to do. I'm not sure why you don't understand that. So I'm going to do exactly the same Scarlet Rot in exactly the same way, but do more damage. So again, why wouldn't I put the Ash of War on? I'm not sure Lifestyle gets it yet. I'm literally saying exactly the same Scarlet Rot and more damage. So why wouldn't I do that? Now, if I go down to something like Poison, I'm giving up 5 Scarlet Rot buildup and I'm adding 98 Poison buildup. Again, why wouldn't I do that? The weapon damage goes down a little bit. That's the trade-off there. So that's where it's like, which one's going to do better? Right? I could add Bleed. Again, Scarlet Rot goes down by 5. Bleed goes up by 85. But again, weapon damage itself goes down a little bit. So this all comes back to the question of why specifically would I not put an Ash of War on it when the Ash of War, even if I just go Keen or Quality, will just straight do more damage. You haven't given me any reason. I know some of you all have seen it. Okay, light attack only. I'm okay with that. I'm good with light attack only. Let's see what happens. All right. And let's make sure that with holding shield, I plan on holding my shield. I can add some Rot buildup if I really want to. To leave it alone. Okay. Light attack. Just keep light attacking. I'm down. Oh, hold on. Get my freebies here. Care about my stamina. So when stamina gets low, back off, let the stamina build back up again. Like, how much do I care about stamina? Do I care about stamina enough to switch to that? Well, I'm using PC, so that ain't gonna work. Oh, messed up my stamina. Uh-oh. Oh, man. The feel of that. I'm not liking the feel of that. I'll keep playing. But I'm going to change my my helper. I'm definitely not going with a bow. Yep. And use the blue shield spell. Alright, hold on. That's going to require me to get the blue shield spell. Or put it back on the bar. Put that blue shield spell. Sorry, it's just funny when you call it that. Alright. Hold on, sneeze again. I have more shield. Ah. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. It's all rotten. Oh, rats. Hold on, I gotta get my heal on. Alright, I need to do a trade out. Well, yes, because previously most of my abilities came from spells. You've switched me over to melee, now I've got to switch over the flasks. Alright. Can also do this. There's your Moore's Shield. And flask. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of that happening by accident. Alright, let's see it. Oh. Oh, here we go. Well, I guess you can. Oh, fucking messages. You gonna do something? Yep. Oh, he's poisoned. That's a freebie. Uh-oh. Ah, crap. I told it to switch weapons, but it didn't switch weapons. So, to be clear, I got further on my previous build. I haven't had enough attempts at it, but my previous build got further multiple times than I've gotten so far this way. That does not mean that that way is better. Should be 25. Oh, that was curious. Maybe didn't bring my shield back up. What if... I'm going to try something cheap. This sword will always have Scarlet Rot. It's innate in the blade. So I can switch it from poison to bleed. But I can't take Scarlet Rot off. So if I... what do you have? You know what? I should have left Determination on there, by the way. Hold on. Let's resolve. Yeah. Do that. Alright, Scarlet Rot is unrelated to bleed. The only reason that would happen is if you put a bleed Ash of War on the blade. Uh-oh. Let him rot, baby. Nice. All right, credit. Credit where credit is due. Muad, credit. Nuha, credit. Sykes, don't worry about it. So, I will say this. Credit where credit is due. A win is a win. Hold on. There's a rule on this channel. I skip all of these stories except the one. Hold on, let me pick up my 0 runes. This cutscene we watch. It's gross, honestly. So to be fair though, it is successful. It's really not very fun.
I'm going to be a god. If we honor our part of
Which character is this? Which of the siblings or parents or whatever is this particular one?
promise me you'll be my consort.
All I know is this. That's some serious Game of Thrones action going on there. Brother being her consort? Blah. That's not right.
I'll make the world a gentler place.
Make the world a gentler place. By force. That's called tyranny. All right. So here's the big question. Because I am always willing to play. Let's see. If we go... Get my faster cast yet. Actually, I might want that. Hold on. I take it back. I'm thinking about who I'm fighting next. I think I need that resist again. What time is it? Alright, I'm okay for time. So that's Mikella. Oof. Alright. Look at all this stuff I didn't do. I didn't do any of this stuff down here. So the big question is, how do I win the game? And the answer is, Ronnie's ending. No. I have a bunch of free runes that I can get still.
Now.
No. Should get here. How many people right now are crying? Oops. Yes? The one with the axe? Or axes? Yeah. Yeah, the dual axes. Man, this build is gross.
I.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've done... Yes. And he's a wicked fight, actually. Especially if you go in there Ancient Dragon Lightning build. He kind of ignores that. The variant on this one... Yeah. Yes, I ran into that, I think. If that's the one I think it is. I must have passed the rapiers. Not rapiers, yeah, thrusting. Hold on. Spear, halberd, reaper. Alright. There we go. This is the other one. Is Bloody Healus. So I did a run through using Bloody Healus. And this was pretty damn successful as well. But it's a blood build, not a rot build. I had very little luck with rot, trying to mess with rot. One thing I was trying to remember was to do this on. I think I can put it on the spear. There's a combination poison. Thought I had it on this tune. Maybe it's on daggers? There's a combo. I think it's poison blood. But now I can't remember what it is. Maybe it's... If I have a weapon stored... I was actually thinking about this. If I have a weapon in storage, do I not see it? Alright, hold on. Alright, I don't care about those. I'm just grabbing anything that has an ash on it. The one I can't use. This one. This is what I was looking for. Poison flower blooms twice. What do I have that on now? Wait. It says it's on. Wait, it said it's on something, right? Not totally crazy, am I? Wait, spur. Ah, that's why. Alright, it's on Venomous Fang here. Check this out. So, this guy is the one that has it. Yeah, it's got blood. So, the... sorry. Been ignoring. Have a flame spear thrusting one. What do you mean flame spear thrusting one? So, flame spear, yeah, and a flame skewer. I don't know which one's better. Yeah, Venomous Fang. Yeah, it loads up. It does the damage the poison does is way faster, which tends to be better for shorter fights, right? If you can put poison on something, but if it only ticks half of its life or a quarter of its life, it doesn't do as much damage. It may still get you to 0 faster, but I'm wondering is... So there's rotten poison or rotten blood. The difference is... that won't change those numbers. But I like the... if you're going to use this special, which of course I have to... oh, wrong way. Wait. Oh, yeah, alright. What? What? How does that happen? Alright. That's funny. Not let that guy do his thing again. I always forget that I haven't killed this guy. So I've actually jumped down here naked with like a level 1 weapon because I was just looking to see what its action was. All I wanted to see was this. So that's the action of the twice thing. Is this. The poison flower blooms twice. But again, with this shield, it wouldn't matter, because I'll never get the skill out as long as the shield is out. Alright, I'm trying to think, is there anything worth doing other than another playthrough? I don't think so. Nah. Now, I'm wondering if I'm going to do this for at least a little while. I should probably do it this way. Why not? Never pick up those butterflies. Anyhow. So, maybe. The thing, though, well, actually, come to think of it, let me look at something. You may be onto something different. So, Frostbite has the advantage of increasing all damage taken. After that, if I were to actually go back to, is this determination? Yeah. So I go back to determination and I go to the cold buildup. The question is, oh yeah, that's way more damage. That's plus 300 and it's, yeah, that should be way more damage, even than blood. because my int is so high. Let's see. Almost everything rots. I mean, it may have super resistance, but almost everything rots. It's holy. I think there's some immunity, and there's... Who is immune to rot, come to think of it?
Oh, come to the... Of course you... Unfortunate. Without guy, you are fake. Like me. Are you familiar? You may also... That... It will lead... Even if it... Great. To castle... The home...
May as well, you know? How satisfying is that to the people that have, like, started the game and had that guy just totally destroy them? Oh, hold on. Talk to Kale. Oh wait, I need the stones.
And I can also that you're not then why I am Carlin. I selling where the land has only let's say goodbye for now.
Alright, interesting. This is the key. Is even though you camp in the middle of the day, she shows up at nighttime. Right, now it's night.
Of the thing they serve, but you, I can play the turning to aid you. You need own to the foot. Then it's summon me. Ah, Torrent. Treat him with
The most least resistant ailment. That's awesome. Now, because it's nighttime, when I go, you can't wait till night here. You have to actually wait till it's nighttime, then come here. And this is not the only place where that kind of a rule exists. It also exists with the Dragon Priestess in the DLC.
this way.
That's when you'll find...
May I have a word? I am the wit. I'd heard
Renna.
tend upon look the talk thou art to call forth. I was entrusted by torrents. 'Tis a bell summon there, the spirits now it is that. I doubt we shall again. How long will it be for the time?
Alright. It does. In fact, it's there now. You just can't. You can only buy it if you don't have it yet. So if you go to the Twin Maiden Husks, after that whole interaction has happened, they'll have it, but they'll have 0 of them. Just a curiosity. I wonder how well this works against the Crucible Knight. Play with him later. Because you know I need more of those.
Only to have it. Did you know? It's quite the... You're all heading to entice. Well, that, but I don't have... It's scared. I want to nothing.
So, the problem is that this build is designed not to use the skill that the Ash of War gives you.
Tell them I love and finally get...
Right, that's the thing. So, normally... if I was using the fingerprint shield, the other shield... that wouldn't be true. But because I'm using this shield, I have an Ash of War on it. Well, it comes with a native Ash of War that you cannot get rid of. It's that push, like, thunk, that the shield does. Fingerprint has a similar attack. The difference is that... That's the Ash of War on the shield, which you don't really have any choice about. Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, you could do... Right. So, hold on. What I've got right now is Determination, which increases the damage of the next attack by a lot. That's actually why... the reason to use Determination, for example, is that specific thing. Oh, wait, hold on.
This is light, but now it is all that guides you. You can see them, the rays upon the cliff, a demigod. If the rays, then the Elden as an ally pray to face the...
Is that what it is? How much... What is it? Does it do anything else? I do. So it's just the same thing, it just is better.
smoldering with thy meager flame. Cower in fear of the night, the hands of the fell.
Oh, you mean... Actually, Dung Eater, the big thing about Dung Eater is that he debuffs the boss.
Very well.
That's actually
Let
the...
my hand rest upon you.
What it is that's exciting to me is actually that. Hold on. Let me camp out and come back. Now, here's a big question. Do I try to go through the gate? Or do I go around? Big questions. Because Gostok's a bastard. You know what else is something that I didn't know, actually, until fairly recently, like in the past week, maybe 2 weeks, is this. Who knew about that? But even more importantly, who knew about that? I just didn't know about any of this until, like, all the playthroughs I've ever done. I just never noticed it before.
You there? Come. It's tightly hooked. The guard, you'll breach the... Yeah, you're...
Now, hold on. Now this is where... Uh-oh. Here we go. Boop, boop, boop. Listen. That's Gostok. that bastard locking you in. I don't need that. I don't need another guard counter. Gotta admit, it's a pretty boring build. Successful, no question, but boring. Alright. Yeah. Got a little nerve-wracking. What the hell? What the hell? How many times can you miss the same jump? Probably should have just gone straight over here. What I actually miss about some of the other builds is the heal back. Oh, the one that does the thing out. Oh, yeah. Hello? Change, change, change. Golden Rune 2.
Be proud. Well, tarnished, I am the I'm hereby declare how utter this grafting is tainted the. If you I ask you, call the winds run. I'm certain.
Ooh, needed that smithing stone 1. Uh-oh. Alright, hold on. I'll tell you what. Second phase, I have killed her before she gets out of flower using Comet of Azure. Gotta have a lot of stuff lined up properly, but you can. Yeah. Oh, got me. Let go, let go, let go. Owie, owie, owie.
I am the Lord of all that is golden. And
I don't think so.
we'll return together to
I'm
our
pretty sure you're
home,
not Lord of all that's golden.
bathed in rays of gold.
Alright, so now to avoid making a mistake I've made multiple playthroughs in a row, which is not going back and getting the damn rune. Now, instead, I'm going to bring the Death Sisters down. Oh, wow. Right through there. Isn't that funny? So right through that shield. Holy cow. Oh, that was my pile of runes. Damn it. Stupid dog. Oh yeah, that was just me being dumb. Put this back down here, and we're going to put this up here. Ah! Alright, here's what ticks me off. Yeah, that they absolutely are. Oh, I totally agree. That's why I don't normally use it. Can't believe I just missed that. No, that one I can believe I missed. Hold on. Ah! Oh, where'd you go? Ah. Oh. Whoops. God bless America. Okay, that's like twice that it just decided to, instead of using my weapon, try and cast Night Comet with my seal. Oh, that's so irritating. frickin' thing again. Snap. I don't have the spell for it. Couple shots off here. Ah, you did that wrong. Ouch. Man, this thing just will not knock down. Ay ay ay. All right. Okay. Those guys are easier with a bigger weapon because they're easier to knock over. Alright, I'm gonna grab this rune and then I gotta camp out. I gotta take care of dinner. For better or for worse. Alright, that will put me back here. Thank you all for the likes and follows, and I will see you all later. I don't know if I'll make it back tonight, but I should be on some tomorrow. If for some reason I don't see y'all, have happy holidays, happy Hanukkah to those that celebrate, and I will talk to you all.